Welcome back to more Prophecy of Pendor. My name is Tobel. This is Steve. You are awesome. Thanks for being here with me as we continue to eagerly await the release of Bannerlord. By the way, if you have not heard, the Bannerlord release date has been bumped up by 1 day to March 30th. So in just a couple of days, we are going to have Bannerlord in our hands. That means that we've got to hurry in this little side distraction here. So we still have our money. You know what? Duke Brennus is never going to get his money. Maybe if the developer of Prophecy of Pendor ever decides to update the mod, we'll pay Duke Brennus back in the future. Let's see. Old Tale Part 2, we're still going around getting some goods, I think. Yeah, dried meat. We still need to get 2 more Sumpter horses, a bunch of tools. We don't really have the money for that. God, we need to start a war. Like, let's start a war. Come on. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned war? Now, one of these lords always loves to fight. They'll always kind of come up to you and say, hey, you know what we need right now? Murder and death. So let's go chat with Baron Charles, not King Charles. Hello, Charlie. I'm Steve, man. How you doing? He is Baron Charles of Mowbray Castle. Diev apparently is going to give us his opinion on all nobles. So that's, super great. Hey, does the king need anything, by the way? Have we bowed and scraped our way to making sure that King Ulrich is satisfied in every conceivable... Where are you all going, by the way? In every way. Oh, God. Are you literally going to say this every single time, Diev? He's a lord. I'm really eager to see what kind of voice acting they wound up getting in Bannerlord. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. I hope you are too. Literally, the channel is going to turn into nothing but Bannerlord for a couple weeks. So hang on to your seats. I hope it's going to be someone. My scouching for. I really hope. I wish that whoever that person is that did that voice line would come on to Bannerlord, like the Sean Connery impersonator. It's beautiful. Troon, my scouts informed me you'd be here at this party. Hey, everyone's coming to Kennet Castle. They're having a bit of a confab, a Sarliani confab. Let's wait for some folks to show up, and now we should be able to join the hall and take a look at all this red. Yeah, I feel like we're a little out of place with our yellow outfit, but it's okay. Hello, ladies. How are you, Lady Vera? Pleasure to meet you, at your service. I don't believe I've heard of you. Wow, that was a subtle backhand. Screw you. Screw you. You are a steward. Let's go chat with all these folks. Now, what's really helpful, by the way, after a really big siege, where you guys siege, not like my liege, when you guys siege a castle and take it over, if you participated in the assault, it's really good to go around and talk to everyone at least once, because oftentimes they'll say something like, hey, I remember fighting side by side at this battle, and you'll get a little bit like a point or two of relation. So relatively useful to just go chat, especially if you've had a couple of good battles lately. King Ulrich doesn't need anything from us. That's fine. Baron Cadarn, what's up, buddy? Now, one of you guys wants to start a war. Come on. Hey, right here, Lord Rainier. You want to start a war with the Kingdom of Ravenstern. You know what? I'm down with it. Let's do it. An excellent plan. Count me in. Is he going to piss off King Ulrich? Yes. Do I care right now? No. We want some war. We need to get our friends. They don't know they need this. They need this as much as we do. They're just not quite aware of it yet. We have 1,600 dinar. We have a party full of, okay-ish people. There's nothing really all that impressive. We're starting to get some more squires here. Next up is adventurers, and then, of course, hero adventurers, which I don't know if we're going to get to those anytime soon. I think you do have to be above the level of that troop for that troop to get experience. So to get from adventurer to hero adventurer, we would have to be, or have someone, where am I thinking of going here? We would have to have someone at level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that how that works? You have to be one level above the person you're trying to train. So we would have to be level 6 in terms of how many... I don't know if that's exactly right. Is it the skill level into... No, it's the skill itself, whose level is lower than his or hers. Okay, I guess it is. So as soon as we hit level 6, we'll be giving our big kids a lot of experience. But again, they need a ton of experience to go up a level. Actually, can we find out about your... Oh my god, look at that. Then, wait a minute, they're actually really surprisingly very, very close. This guy is very close to going up to Hero Adventure. He's sitting at 418,000 experience. He needs 484,000, although I don't know, maybe he started really close to that. That's still a cool... No, never mind, that's not at all close. It's like a cool 70,000 experience we need to get over time. That's a long delay between that level and Hero Adventure, which it should be. Hero Adventure is pretty strong, right? Alright, so to start this fancy war with the Ravenstern Archers, we need to go disrupt them by attacking, let's see, a village or some caravans. Let's go kill some caravans. I don't want to hurt any villagers. We'll just, we'll mess up some caravan folks. You know, they're guilty somehow. They're, look, they're capitalists, right? So obviously they're evil. So we will try to fight them here. Normally, if you have to do this kind of a mission, just camp at the bridge. Either end of the Ravenstern area, they have to go either over this bridge or they have to go over the bridge over by Poinsbrook. This is the end of our contract with King Ulrich, but we will go ahead and renew that. Keep in mind when you do that, by the way, because it is useful to know. That way you can turn around and, you know, if you have a plan to join someone else, you could do that relatively quickly. You know exactly when the date's coming up, end your contract, and go do something else. Now, we could just as easily, by the way, switch from serving the Sarlianis here to serving, say, someone like the Baccus Empire. So it's very easy to switch your contract. You just have to find that one person in both empires who wants, well, the new empire, if you're joining someone new, you'd have to find that person who is looking for a few good men to join the fray. Okay, apparently there's like not a caravan in sight, so I'm gonna go buzz to the other end of Ravenstern territory, swinging by rain and whatnot. No, Diev, I don't want to hear your backstory. I'm sure it was about hunting and using your bow and stuff. Mercenary crossbowmen, we do not need your services. Good day, sirs. Let's also pick up some food while we're here, since we are getting a little close. I normally roll around with primarily wheat because it's really, really cheap. Also, eventually, at some point, you're going to get a fief in this game. Hey, nice payment. Got 250 bucks in that payment. At some point, you're going to own a city. And a city normally is given to you in a couple ways. Number one, if you decide to bend the knee and become a vassal to one of the kings or the emperors in the game, normally they start you out with giving you one single fief, which is a village. And you can do a bunch of stuff in the village, like upgrade the village. You can do the same stuff you could have done before, like recruit. You can also talk to the village elder and ask them, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? That would be an option as well. But there are some things that are restricted to only people who own the fief. I would highly suggest, hey, there we go. We actually lost the quest for declaring war against Fiersvain because the Baccus Empire is our current target. So let's go back home. But anyways, yeah, there's a couple of cool things you can do with your villages. Same thing with the castle. I wish we could jump forward. I probably just don't have the time, really. Unless I skip forward a bunch. Like, if I don't record anything, I can just power through the game and then show you the mid-game. Maybe I'll do that. We only have a couple of days before Bannerlord anyways, and I did kind of want to show you a little bit. It might involve a lot of monster and a possible all-nighter, but honestly, an all-nighter playing Mountain Blade before Bannerlord's release is not really, to me, a strenuous activity. So we'll see. Okay, so we're nearing Baccus territory. Let's go find where our friends are hanging out. They looks like they've already looted Saren. Small bands of enemies have been spotted by White Stag, which is actually back here. This is probably the Noldor, the message that we just got there. Alerdin, right behind us. I think the Noldor are coming. Are we trying to get any castle yet? That is important because I'd love to join in on a castle fight. Now, the downside of joining a siege in progress is, I don't know, maybe it's a downside, maybe it's a positive. Whenever you join a siege and you decide to go ahead and attack with the next wave, you get full control over everyone. Even if, like, you brought 2 troops to the battle, you still get to control everybody, which is interesting. So it is, you know, it's a little bit, there's not really a whole lot of strategy to it, because if you can't micromanage and pick exactly what you want for your army, you're kind of just left with whatever the other troops or the other emperors gave you. But, you know, you could say you could post up if the castle's up forward a little bit, you could post up your archers and try to pick some of the folks off at the gate. Some of the castles in the game are easier captured. I think, if I remember right, Valor's Shield is very easy. White Stag might be a little bit more of a challenge, but Valor's Shield, there's a hill right next to the opening where a lot of the defenders stand at. And so what you can do is get a bunch of top tier archers. I mean, like literally 100 Ravenstern Rangers, right? So you could get that, put them on the hill and let them just start sniping away. And then you whittle down the enemy forces, and then you kind of, maybe you retreat, bring back your melee army, and then go ahead and get stuck in. Also, if you try to siege a castle and you are heavily outnumbered, they will often sally forth and try to fight you before you actually get to the siege screen. You'll have to do a one-on-one battle, so to speak, with the troops. So a little bit more dangerous. I also don't think you get ammo for some reason, which is really weird. So if you are heavily outnumbered, make sure that the first time you siege a castle, you bring a lot of melee troops to kind of wipe out the first couple of waves in the sally. The sally. I'm actually trying to hunt down some... I don't know if I could actually even fight them. Oh, shit. Everybody's hanging around Seven Crosses. Let's see if we can get across the bridge quickly. Hello, friends. Seven Crosses Keep also is one of the harder castles to take and the easiest to defend. You know what? What are we talking about here in numbers? 100, 200, 270. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. It's not terribly in their favor. They have decent-ish... Hang on a minute. What the heck? Oh, there it goes. We've got about, let's see, 58 archers plus 29 super good archers. Man-at-arms, halberdiers are pretty strong. Not the best defenses here at Seven Crosses. I'm kind of curious as to where exactly the Sarleon force is. Here comes a couple guys. I want to see who the marshal is, because what happens is they have to... My time is precious. They have to declare a marshal. There we go. Where's Baron Leofwine? He's close to Asgad, which is... Where? Where is Asgad? All the way over here. What are you guys doing over here? Are you coming back from that party? Hungover? Yeah, kind of a downside, because the Sarleon aren't really responding to this push, so I think the enemies might actually nab Seven Crosses Keep. Now, we could try to help. It would probably net us a good amount of money. Let's really quick, before we do this, let's go back to Sarleon. Let's look for a certain type of weapon. Oh shit, who is this? This is Lord Antonius. Hello, friend. They will follow you, by the way, even though you're a mercenary of Empire Sarleon. They'll still try to hunt you down and smack you around a bit. Donovan is here. Nobody else that I'm really interested in. Let's go to the marketplace. What I'm looking for is a super long polearm. Crap. Well, they're not really in stock right now. So there are normally different types of weapons in the game, one-hander, two-handers, and polearms. There's normally a really long, like right here wouldn't be horrible, but this is only 27 damage per swing. If you know you're going into a siege battle where you're going to be defending or attacking, it's super useful to grab yourself a massive polearm or a very, very long two-handed axe. And some of these two-handed axes on the end of it can be doing upwards of like 50 damage or so. And they've got like 190 or something stupid for distance. So what this allows you to do is stay kind of back off the front line and just do overhead attacks constantly onto the enemy's head. A little bit easier to do later on once you start to get better proficiencies. Here comes the army. Let's go ahead and accompany. You can right click, by the way, to accompany. Oh, there we go. Here's the big party. Let's see if we can't repel the invaders. Okay, number one, somebody just got caught, which is great because as they're fighting, the rest of the Sarleons are going to pile in. So I'm going to wait for them to get everybody stacked in here like this. I'm going to wait for these guys to get close. Looks like they're going to run now. So I'm going to join this fight. We are going to help Baron Leofwine. And now this is where you can really have some fun with your allies. So when the battle ends, remember there's two enemy lords very close. We could try to jet over to them and engage in combat and pull them into a combat with our massive stack. And that's one trick you can do to keep getting different enemy lords and whittling enemy armies down. What a crazy map. Let's make sure our forces are tucked way behind. I'm not willing to sacrifice my men at this stage. Not when we've got so many other brave Sarleon folks that want to do the work for us. There we go. There's some enemy forces. Oh, you know what I turned off? At some point I was taking screenshots, of course. Show banners on friendly troops. That does help with friendly identification. Lovely. The Empire, I like the Empire troops. I kind of dig them. I played them on my own recently, and they are a lot of fun, and they're really good to have as your, as your ground-based infantry. Oh god. There we go. Nice kill, man. Steve is getting these one-shot kills lately. I'm sure these people are, like, already kind of wounded a bit. The one thing I'm really hoping for in Bannerlord is an option to brace your spears against a cavalry charge. I think one of the mods, maybe, is it pronounced Parisino? I don't quite remember. Or Britton Walda might have had it. One of the full conversion mods for Mountain Blade Warband, but there was an option to brace your spears so that if any cavalry charged you directly, they just get shredded. Which I really think is a completely normal and valid option, right? That should be a defensive choice. I did see some kind of a shield brace where I think they put both hands on their shield, and all they're trying to do is just survive the charge and let their archers do a lot of the work. God, there's so many options. So many options in Bannerlord. Here we go. Baron Leofwine appreciated our help, so he gave us a little bit of a point, and we managed to capture Lord Antonius. I just want to steal your helmet, man. When you do capture a lord, their relationship goes down with you, by the way. Baron Charles actually is happy because we freed him, which got a massive boost to our relationship. I keep forgetting about stuff like that. Rugged Empire Hood. I don't think we want to upgrade. All right, who is next? Oh, hey, we can actually recruit some folks. Let's grab a Sarleon cavalryman. I will grab some of the captured enemies. What else do we have? Nobody else that I really like. Nobleman's fine. Again, I'm trying to keep that mobile force right now for a little bit. There we go. All right, let's see if we can jump right over to King Decimus or Lord Decimus and bring our party in. Oh, right there. He turned around. Perfect. Okay, so you see how all these people joined the battle. Everyone within a certain circle radius just jumped in. So we actually pulled in Lord Decimus. And I'm going to tell him that I am Steve, sir. Mark it down.
A stranger might have hidden motivations.
Hidden motivations.
Those motivations might just coincide with my own.
God, it's beautiful. I say this only once, Cleon Legatus. Surrender or die. And there we go. We have 716 troops fit for battle against their 155. So we are going to charge. I'll let this fight kind of do its own thing. I won't be doing much but poking people. So I will be back in just a moment. Hey, there we go. The battle is over. I obviously did my part, as you can tell, with one kill. And of course, I got my face knocked in. Oh no, guess what? When I died, I don't think I remembered to stop my troops from charging in. That's okay though, because surprisingly, only 7 were killed. Most of them were wounded, probably thanks to the safe and quick work by Anson, Dr. Anson. Cleon Legatus is going to be our prisoner. Amazing. The other guy got away. I will grab the Plague Warden, which I think is actually one of their nightly orders. So that should be worth a pretty penny. And then boom, because we helped all of our friendly lords, we got a ton of relationship bonuses. Someone's going to yell at us in a minute for getting slaughtered, I think. Diev is unhappy about turn every battle into a bloodbath. Dude, we lost 7 guys. 7 guys. Calm down. Granted, we only have like 37. Okay, this is an interesting spot. Most of the enemy is running away. Duke Livius Dux is going to get caught, I think, as long as the rest of our forces follow me. Let's see if I can nab him. We sure did. Awesome. So 1,000 to 1 again. And again, this is a strategy when you've got your allies nearby to pin down enemy forces. Number 1, you're getting your relationship up. Number 2, you're getting a chance to capture them. And number 3, you're also getting some experience by trying to get some free kills. I recommend when these battles take place, by the way, try to go for the enemy archer line. They tend to be more, a little bit more, or less armored, I should say, more vulnerable. So it's a little bit easier to get your kill shots in. Kill shots, of course, I mean, it's not a ton of experience, but some experience is better than none. Right? Right. I really like this little cliffside battle here. Like, one enemy force is completely on the edge. I don't think it really matters in the long run. The interesting thing when you're fighting on or near rivers is you want to be very cautious if you have mounted troops. Make sure that you don't send your troops across water, or at least they'll be through the water and over onto flat land before they see the enemy. So if you do get a water map, make sure you use it to your advantage. If you have infantry, they have horses, make them come to you in the water because their horses are rendered basically useless. good times. You can see these guys down here, just nothing to do. Super slow. I can't even shoot this guy. I've got the top-down height view. Still can't manage to kill anybody. Hey, by the way, if you notice that a lot of our allies have lances in the game, and if you have a lance, you can actually deliver couche damage, where you kind of tuck the lance under your armpit, and you'll watch, maybe if they put their shields down, right there, that guy up front, hang on, who has a lance that's couche? Right there, homeboy in green there. You tuck it under your arm automatically in this game, and it delivers damage based on the base damage of the weapon times something about your speed. So if you've got a fast horse and you've got a spear, you can do some pretty decent damage. The thing is, when you actually deliver the couche damage, there is a bit of a delay between when it hits and then when you can reset yourself. So I tend to enjoy a sword because you can attack faster. Cool, we managed to get one person out of that. Maiden Cavalry looks pretty good. I bet Maiden Cavalry are probably on the same, like, level skill-wise as the Adventurer. So let's grab her. Empire Knight, Shadow Legion Marinus, I believe that is also a, what do you call those things? The Knightly Order person. All right, before we do much else, we have a bunch of lords just, you know, in like chains right now. So I'm going to chat with all these guys, and I'm going to basically say, give me some money and you can leave. So Cleon Legatus, 6140, Livius Dukes. Is it Dukes? Is it Deux? I have no idea. 5,900 dinars. You guys are worth a pretty penny. And just like that, with barely any effort on our part, we just made all this money. And we're sitting at 1,800 now, or 18,000. Here's the tricky part, because there's a bit of a gap between our two forces. If you chase the enemy too far, they can turn on you, and they can possibly pull you in. All right, so I still managed to pull all my troops on this caravan. I was hoping I'd pull some of theirs, but I'm going to leave the caravan alone. Yeah, they're going to do this little dance for a bit, basically. But we did push them back from 7 Crosses Keep, so I guess at the end of the day, our objective was completed, and I did lose some folks. Now, we're at a pretty good stage. Oh crap, they actually managed to get somebody caught down there. I'm going to do a couple more of these battles real quick, and I'll come back and chat with you, but what we're going to do with this money is we are going to use this to get a couple more companions, then I'm going to start buying up my army, and also get the items we need for our special secret fort over here. Because I think I'd like to start transitioning from this mercenary company over to getting a major army starting to get trained up, because now we have some pretty good trainers on our squad. All right, another battle done, and we still managed to keep capturing people. Again, this is one of the big reasons why you want to put points into prisoner management skill, because prisoner management reduces the chance of lords escaping. Super, incredibly useful. By 5%, by the way, so that's every point they have less of a chance of running away. I'm going to go ahead and start getting Steve's agility up a bit, because we do want to eventually get better horses, which require riding of about 4. Shield wouldn't hurt as well. Agility would be looting. That would be kind of nice. A lot of our other stuff is tied to intelligence. I don't want to go too crazy with intelligence. I do want to put a lot into strength. I want to be a lean, mean killing machine. So last but not least, I guess we'll do inventory management to give us a bit more space in our inventory as we start to, you know, pick up more and more loot. Not that we're getting a ton right now, because by and large you kill them. I think loot is directly dependent on how much you happen to do, maybe. Hey, guess what? I'm pretty sure, no, this isn't their king, is it? Justice Dukes? I don't think so. He's still a vassal of the Empire. Okay, fair enough. So I'm going to keep powering through these guys. I mean, it's like they all split off in a different direction, and we're so lean and fast, but our army is so close that we're able to just keep jumping on to fight and fight and fight. And it's pretty fun. I don't know, is it gamey to you? I think it's a little gamey, because you are abusing the circle pull-in method. But you know what? It's okay. It's fine. Bannerlord will, or sorry, Mountain Blade will punish us, or Prophecy of Pendor will punish us in other ways. As you can see, my health bar is like permanently empty because I keep dying in every single fight because I run in here like an idiot. The last time we had a battle, I ran ahead of everyone and got sniped by the first shot that came over the hill. So yeah, I'm gonna let the meat shields go first. All right, so Justice Dukes was able to escape. We did get a Hey, a box of various loot, lovely. 5,000 dinar worth, so that's wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and leave the battles here, unless we manage to get their emperor or something. I don't think he's around. He is, let's see, it's Legatus, Lord Dion. I don't see the empire. I don't remember what the emperor is called. Real quick, we can take a look at that, mostly because I'm curious. Baccus Empire factions, hello? It is ruled by Marius Imperator. Lovely. So, we've got a lot of money, we've got a lot of prisoners, and I think what we're going to be doing from here is trying to pick up the items required for our cool little castle. Remember, at the end of this quest, or the next stage of this quest, we're going to have to bring 20 or 15 refugees. So I am going to have to go back over to Ravenstern land. So maybe I won't start recruiting the new army because I want to stay mobile with enough force to kill them, but still fast enough to kind of run down smaller bandit parties. So that's what I'm going to do. I will look for some decent armor and weapons and stuff. Barclay Adventurer. Hey, guess what? Leia, or Clea, you can sell or take all my prisoners. 2,500 from the prisoners, by the way. Not too bad. I'm okay with that. Anything else here that might be interesting? Not quite. I normally look for, personally, I roll with a couple things. I mentioned before that I really like the War Hammer, Battle Hammer. I also tend to like one-handed, two-handed weapons like this. With, actually, Claymore, this Claymore specifically is pretty freaking good. The damage is really good, the speed is really high, and the reach is very far. We're going to grab this Claymore. The nice thing about these is that you can use the one-handed version when you're on horseback to still have some shield protection. I can't even, like, get a better shield because I'm so weak. We need better shield skill, which is tied to agility. So, I guess we'll gutsy ourselves up a little bit. I do have a lame Corsair. Stupid horse. Damn it. All the horses here kind of are crap. I guess I'll get this heavy gray steppe horse for a bit. You gotta be a little careful once you have a lot of money. All of a sudden, everything looks like super tasty. Like, oh yeah, I'll just grab this. I'll grab a little bit of this and that. So we're down to about 1,400 or so. But that's okay. I will start my drive over. Who do I have with me? Hang on. Oh, Various Legatus. I forgot about him. Hello, friend. Give me 5,000 dinar and you are free to go, buddy. Awesome stuff. I think I'll put a cut in here, guys, as we move towards the Ravenstern area. Actually, I forgot. We need to get this first part of the quest done. Although at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If we have 20 bandits or 20 refugees with us, I think all will be well anyways. Good God, that's a lot of oil. So I will go around hunting for the goods that we need to make this quest work. You can see the inventory management skill did get us a couple of spots here, which is pretty nifty. But I will see you guys again in the next episode, hopefully, if unless Bannerlord somehow ninja drops into my pocket. Again, as just to let you know, I don't have a key right now. I did talk to Tailworlds. They said I'm on a list, something like that. I don't know if that means like early access or just on launch. That's fine. Either way, as soon as Bannerlord is available, I will be pumping out Bannerlord videos, and this will pretty much end wherever it's at. If you guys really enjoyed this Prophecy of Pendor playthrough, once the initial rush of Bannerlord is out, I will probably come back and finish this up. If you guys want to see more of this mod in particular, I haven't heard anything from the Prophecy of Pendor mod creator. I don't know if they're still active, if they still do updates, or if they have any plans for Bannerlord, but it's going to be an entirely new modding experience. Oh, let's not get caught by the Jot 2. Look at this crap. They're all over the place. They're like gnats. This is why it's so dangerous to come over here with an army. You want to stay mobile and quick, because we're at 6-3, which is really quick. We're even slower because I'm injured. So keep that stuff in mind. These guys will absolutely wreck your day. All right, friend. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode. Hey, Siggy, I might actually hire you this time around. I'll talk about whoever I happen to recruit next episode. But until next time, friends, I hope you are well. Please be safe. Take care of yourself. Wash your hands, of course. And I will see you again in the next episode.